Good morning everyone. Welcome to this video of class 6 science. Chapter number 5, separation of substances. In the last video, we were discussing about methods of separation of substances. We have already discussed hand picking and threshing. Now, let's move forward with our next method, that is winnowing. So, what is winnowing? Winnowing is a method of separation used to separate heavier and lighter components of a mixture by wind or by blowing air. It is used by farmers to separate husk from grains. So, winnowing is a method which is used to separate heavier and lighter components by the action of wind. Here, the lighter particles are husk and the heavier particles are grains. The grains are used to eat and the husks are used as fodder. So now we will understand winnowing with the help of this diagram. Here you can see a woman who is standing on a raised platform. Now suppose the wind is blowing in this direction. So what this woman is doing? She is standing on a raised platform and she is holding this container in a tilted position, right? And she is allowing these grains to fall down. Now, what will happen? When the wind is blowing in this direction, so the heavier particles that are grains will settle down and form a heap, whereas the lighter particles are carried away by wind. So, can you say here the lighter particles are carried away by wind and the heavier particles are settled down and form a heap. In this way, both the lighter particles and the heavier particles are separated out. So, one more thing is here is wind play the most important role in this process. If there is no air or no wind, so this process do not work. So now you have understood this definition that winnowing is a method of separation used to separate heavier and lighter components of a mixture by wind or by blowing air. Now let's move forward to the next method. Before moving forward, I want to clear one more thing so that you do not get confused between threshing and winnowing. In threshing, the grains are separated from stalks, whereas in winnowing, the grains are separated from husk. So, our next method of separation is sieving. Sieving is a simple technique for separating particles of different sizes. It is used when components of a mixture have different sizes. For example, you have seen your mother doing this almost every day before she makes chapati for you, right? It is used to separate particles of different sizes. Why I am saying so? Because suppose your mother is sieving this atta or this flour. So the finer particles of this atta or this flour will pass through this sieve. See here. And the impurities or the particles which are larger than the size of atta will remain on the sieve. Similarly, the sieves are also used to separate the soil from larger stone particles. Sieves are also used in construction sites also. So, I hope you understood that sieving is a simple technique for separating particles of different sizes. Now, I hope you have understood the sieving also, or this process of sieving. Thank you and see you till the next video.